What up guys, it's your boy Coach Sambo and welcome to Paris, where of course you know the breaking Olympics will be going down in just a couple of days. So in this video I'll be introducing you guys to the 16 b-boys that will be competing at the Paris 2024 Olympics. That's right, these are the first breaking Olympic athletes, besides everyone who competed at the Youth Olympics. But this is on a completely different scale, man. And I guarantee you guys it's gonna change breaking forever. All right, let's start this off. First up, definitely one of the favorites, Phil Wizard, representing Canada. Very explosive, very dynamic b-boy with high energy. He's not really like a footwork dude or a power dude. If you ask me, his style is based off a lot of signatures. He just drops one signature after the other. And what makes him dangerous for these Olympics is that he definitely has the stamina and the energy and the vocabulary and arsenal to keep things moving all the way to the final. That's why a lot of people think he might win. Next up, representing Morocco, we got Billy. And Billy qualified himself during the Continental Championships, winning the African Continental Qualifier. Billy is a very young b-boy, very upcoming, but he's got a strong character and like he's got a lot of energy. He's very light in his execution, very sharp. And I know most b-boys and b-girls don't really know him that well, but you know how it goes, man. Don't ever underestimate the underdog. Let's see what he does this weekend. Next on the list, Hong Ten, man, one of the veterans and maybe one of the oldest competitors competing. Like when it comes to experience, the guy definitely has experience and he has the arsenal as well. I'm sure Hong Ten from Korea is going to do very, very well at these Olympics. Moving on with Hero 10 from Japan. Like this guy is all about power and speed. And he has, of course, the complementary footwork. What's really going to blow up the crowd is just the speed of his power moves. Pretty young, very technical, like highly advanced technical moves. Definitely going to shock a few people that have never seen breaking before. Moving on with the Netherlands b-boy Lee, representing the ruggeds. Now, Lee's been breaking ever since he was a little kid. He's a grown-ass man now, right? I think he's mostly going to stand out with his originality, and he kind of like dances like he doesn't really care, and it does give him that, you know, special kind of flavor when he dances. He's got his own style, his own shapes, and his own ideas, and he's definitely going to stand out in that lineup. Next up is Amir from Kazakhstan, also a very original b-boy with his own touch and his own style and his own flavor. His style is very abstract, but he still manages to add the technical aspect to it. Definitely top-notch, and for sure he deserves that spot in the Olympic top 16. Another favorite on the list is Victor, representing USA. Victor's known for that lightweight breaking, and what I personally think makes him very, very dangerous in competitions is not just him having a lot of experience, but his style of breaking is almost flawless. He makes zero mistakes. And even though a lot of competitors might not crash, they might have like these very sloppy little moments or like awkward shapes. And these are things that are definitely not going to be in your advantage if you're up against Victor. Even though he might lack a little technicality compared to a lot of these other competitors, he still has technical stuff. But just that flawless breaking, man, that's really going to make him dangerous. Then definitely the hometown favorite is going to be Danny Dan. He got qualified before the OQS. What's going to make him really stand out is his musicality, his character, and let's say his battle attitude, right? Danny Dan really knows how to battle his opponents, and he is well all-rounded as a b-boy. And I think him competing at the Olympics in his hometown is definitely going to be a big advantage for him. The crowd is going to go bananas when he hits his freezes on beat. Up next is my boy Lai Ting, representing China. And you know, I work with Lai Ting as a coach for the Chinese team, but I'm gonna try to be as honest and as transparent as possible while making this video. So why you could eventually put your money on Lai Ting? Well, first of all, it's because he has these massive, explosive blow-up moves, and he has a lot of them, and he always hits them on beat, and he very, very rarely crashes. He's well all-rounded as a b-boy. He's young though, but he literally came out of nowhere these last 2 years. Took the OQS by storm, winning the silver medal in second place against Lee in the first OQS in Shanghai. The pace of his evolution is like unrealistic. Next up, Jeff Rowe, representing USA. Now, this guy is fast. This guy is energetic. More footwork based than most of the other competitors. However, he does have a decent dosage of like original signature move that is thrown in the mix. Also, he does stand out with musicality, you know, well combined with the speed and his execution. Definitely watch out for Jeff Rowe. Next on the list is J Attack, representing Australia. Now, I'm not very, very familiar with J Attack, but I've seen some videos and it looks like the guy has a decent amount of technical stuff. Some very light, good-looking power moves with a well-balanced mixture of all elements. So the guy is definitely all around. He might be lacking experience compared to most of the other b-boys competing, but in all honesty, that's not for me to say. People don't just randomly get qualified for Olympics. So this guy is definitely no exception. Next up, another favorite is Shigekicks, representing Japan. Now, the reason why Shigekicks is one of the favorites is, well, first of all, he has a lot of experience. He's won a lot of battles. Second of all, he's like this breaking machine gun. right? And what I mean with that is just like he has, you know, these insane combos with like an insane amount of freezes like mixed in between. Like the guy just doesn't stop, and his energy is always like at maximum level. To be honest, I can't wait for the reaction of the crowd, man. All these people that never seen breaking before, gonna see all these crazy b-boys like just smashing each other up on stage. Next up, 3-time BC1 champion Menno, representing the Netherlands. And Menno, another very experienced b-boy with his own style, his own flow, very foundation based, but he manages to take the simple foundation move and create like an infinitive ocean of options for him to flow from one thing to the other. I don't know how his style is going to be received at the Olympics, but when it comes to like tour breaking and, you know, being a seasoned breaker, Menno is definitely up there in the top list. Moving on, we got Quake representing Chinese Taipei. Well all-rounded, some very good technical stuff, and a little bit of a funny character. He likes to joke around on stage. He likes to, you know, have fun. And so far, his strategy, his character has paid off. It did get him qualified for the Paris 2024 Olympics. Sometimes I do wonder if he does have the arsenal and the vocabulary to push all the way through to a final and win a final, because to win the Olympics, 15 rounds are needed. And I know if you're a b-boy or a b-girl, you probably know you cannot repeat your moves and your rounds throughout the competition. But I think a lot of people don't know this. So if you're not a b-boy or a b-girl and you're watching this video, please know that during a competition or during a battle, you cannot repeat the same rounds or the same moves, especially if you're combining them the same way. That's definitely going to cost you a lot of points and drastically reduce the chance of you making it through to the next round and winning the competition. Next up on the list is Kuzia, with his own style, his own vocabulary. And Kuzia is really good at articulating his movements and making the simplest move look absolutely insane. He also really has his own style, but you know, you can't compare it to like Menno or Phil Wizard, for example. And then the last one on my list is b-boy Leggett, originally from Martinique, also representing the Ruggeds and Momentum crew. And way back when I met him for the first time, he started off as a real powerhead. And then throughout the years, you know, his experience kind of developed and his own style kind of grew out of it. And he's well all-rounded, but his strength is mostly going to be like his flexibility that he uses to give his power moves and his freezes those extreme shapes. So I definitely, truly wish him the best. All right, guys, that's the top 16. Place your bets, because it's going to be one hell of a show. It's your boy, Coach Sambo, here live from Paris. And at the end of the day, guys, when you think about it, it's just all about that b-boy shit.